Yesterday I went up to Coventry to visit Warhammer Fest, which is basically the plastic models which I build. Easy tiger, easy. And came back, walked up the city centre, la-di-da. Cut a long story short, there was a lot of big models there. It was beautiful. But when I got back home, I went to get something to eat with my friend, and there was these two young lads on push bikes. And it all ties in, you see, because we've got push bikes all around us and so on and so forth. Bloody loads of them are down here. And these two lads had not been educated in the slightest of what we like to call the Green Cross Code, which is check both directions before moving into the road and so on and so forth, and don't be an idiot, basically. So these two lads decided they were going to stop their push bikes on a roundabout in the road. They were like at the side of the road on the roundabout, and they had a quick chat between them, probably deciding where they were going to go, or maybe they were lost or whatever. And then, without even looking from the side of the road, the lad in front just got back on his bike and just came, like, pushed straight off into the road. There was a yellow car coming, right? And I cannot tell you enough how much idiocy was there that he did not simply do that to think, maybe there's a car coming, you know, maybe there's a bright yellow car coming directly towards me, and if I move off my bike now, he's gonna have to slam his brakes on in order not to knock me off my bike. Deep down there was a part of me which was hoping this lad would have a scary near miss with this car, and it was close. But the problem is, when these kids don't get taught about these things, or when they just completely forget them, maybe it was a lapse of judgment, whatever, but he had, like, this was complete, like, from a motorcyclist perspective, I know this is going to sound harsh, but there was a complete disregard of road safety, of common sense, of everything. And I despise, absolutely hate that kind of, like, idiocy. I just hate it. So what I'm getting at here is, has anyone, like, has another road user, bicycle, motorcycle, car, van, lorry driver, whatever, has there been an individual pedestrian that has done something so stupid in front of you, behind you, around you, on the road, where you've just completely lost all sense of reason? They had come off the pathway to go into the road, and there was no pathways in the direction that they were going, thus they turned round and sort of realised, oh, hang on, there's, like, main roads and, like, an A road over there and such, and there's a lot of traffic over there. It's going to get pretty dangerous. Thank you, sir. And I can't compute it. I honestly can't. And I'm going to stop being a bit ranty now, because these are Red's videos, and we like to turn everything back while we're here, don't we? Fantastic. So, as mentioned, has any other road user that you've seen done something so ridiculous that you've just stopped everything and you thought, what the hell are you playing at? What in absolute hell is wrong with you? I can't. Even now, like, it's the day after, and I'm just sat here on a motorcycle just wondering, like, what? Oh, my God. And I understand it's all well and good when someone makes, like, a genuine mistake and they say sorry or this or that, but there was nothing here. And I'm getting absolutely pebbled by bugs. Wow. So ultimately, I always adapt to, well, I always try to adapt to what's going on around me. So I treat every other driver like a bloody idiot. And I know that's not the best course of action, but in my defense, it's helped me through many situations where I look at a driver, I look at anyone, like down this road, for example. This is a single carriageway road, but people like to overtake here. And there's space to overtake if the person in front actually moves over. But in cases like, you know, sometimes the amount of times I come down here and I see someone's like right on the other side of the road and there's still oncoming traffic, and you think, what's going on here? And the funny thing is, I actually kind of realised that as I've been riding around, I've actually been going onto roads which aren't very scenic. I'm sorry. One thing after another, you see a nice motorcycle, you try and find out which one it is, and you get away from you. Oh, so yes, where was I? Well, people do silly things on the road, and you have to be very cautious of them. And sometimes even cautious of yourself. If you know you're not in a suitable position to ride, i.e. you are tired as all hell, if you've got no choice, maybe, okay, but, you know, us riders, we need to be aware of everything that's going on around us. We need to be looking after not only ourselves, but all the other vehicle users around us, because 9 times out of 10, we're going to be the ones seeing the accident before it actually happens. Because, well, the funny thing is, when you're on a motorcycle, it hurts when you fall off, or when you get hit, or when you get a little bump, compared to like when you're in a car and you've got the giant armoured shell around you. And yet some people still drive like fools. What, you're going to keep crawling forward, aren't you? You're just going to keep going. Okay. And little things like that, like this little, like, you can't read the road right now, can you, sir? That's why I don't want to be anywhere near him. Like, he can be in that lane, he's going to jump lanes, he's going to do whatever. And, you know, the important thing is as well is like target fixation. Don't try and preempt everything which everyone's going to do, because you'll never win. But in cases like this lad in front of us, I'm going to keep my wits about me. But at the same time, I'm going to stay the hell away from him. Now, if I started focusing on everything that he starts doing, or what he does wrong, I'll probably end up like those guys over there and get a bump up the backside. Or I'll be the one bumping him. So, it's important that when you do see a silly driver, like you, don't concentrate on them too much. Just get away from them, move, and you're done, basically. And then you never have to deal with that person ever again, unless you somehow catch them on a commute and you keep meeting up with them for some reason. I don't know. Or just try and avoid them. That's that whole few minutes of video. That's just basically me just saying, just try and avoid them. Way to sum things up, Red. Way to sum things up. So I'm gonna go right here. Didn't look, did ya? I'm just invisible to some people, which is saying something considering that you're on a black and orange motorcycle and you wear black and orange and you got a grey helmet on and you got a guitar strapped to your back as well. I mean, maybe I should just put a giant penis on the end of my bike. That would get some attention, wouldn't it? Oh, that would get me demonetized in a freaking heartbeat if I was getting money from YouTube, which I don't. And saying that as well, just a quickie on that subject, I've seen more crap go down from the YouTube's perspective. Apparently YouTube's CEO promised some half famous, whatever they are, artificial growth on their channel, which is great, because when you're a small content provider like I am, and I say provider because I provide it. See, this guy is back and forth, he don't know where he's going. Or she, they're driving like an idiot. So it's just like, great, you're going to provide artificial growth to someone who clearly doesn't need it. Thanks. Meanwhile, you know, there's a lot of small creators out there that are getting demonetized, the new copyright, Article 13, all that sort of stuff comes in, and people are getting absolutely hammered. And it all comes back to the video I did a while ago, which basically says do not rely on YouTube or anything like a platform to give you money to pay your bills. The idea is incredibly reckless. Like, relying on social media to pay for stuff for you is just silly. So try not to do it. It might be a decent bit of money on the side and maybe it will sustain you, but always keep your wits about you. It's always subject to change. La-di-da-di-da. Wise words of red. And, well, rant and everything aside, I did kind of say I was going to stop, but I didn't, so I'm sorry. And I'm going to go home and I'm going to have myself a nice cup of coffee. I've got a habit of pronouncing it coffee now because I've been watching Kent Rollins. If you haven't seen that man, check out his YouTube channel. He is a lovely American lad, and he has some of the greatest recipes I've seen. And that's saying something because I've watched a fair few things on TV here and there, but Kent does it in such a way which is just so friendly. And wow, I can't hope to be as you know, to be as mellow and cheerful as that lad. So thank you, Kent, for all your content and for all your hard work and such, and for the ideas as well. So I'm gonna, like I said, go home, have myself a nice coffee, and just enjoy some more sunshine. Maybe play the guitar for a little bit again. Edit a few videos, because I've got a couple. And we'll just see what happens, eh? So, I wish you the best of weekends. Have a lovely time. Mind you, these videos get released on Sundays now, don't they? So half your weekend's already gone. Balls. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe I'll move it back to Saturdays, huh? But yes, cut a long story short, which is what I've been failing at miserably today. Have a good one, enjoy, and ta for now.